Welcome back to Shem's Universe. I've been gone for a minute, guys. I'm back. So, how to get rich with Chaldean numerology is my next one for you guys. The reason why I'm bringing up Chaldean numerology is I've been bringing up astronumerics this year a lot. That's been my favorite thing. The binding of astrology and numerology together. I think they go very well together. They mesh and they allow you to actually create abundance in your life in different ways, from relationships to finance, to just overall health and good luck overall. So it depends on like what exactly you want. Today we're going to talk specifically about money and about how no matter what life path you are, you can actually get quite rich if you know what you're doing. So with Chaldean numerology, what I found is the major difference between it and the Western is that the Eastern Chaldean was very, very specific with, for one, your life path number, meaning in Western, we'll say, oh, I'm a life path 1, I'm a life path 8, I'm a life path 9. And it's like, okay, but like, sorry, I need some air. But it's like, what else does that stand for? Like, not every life path 8 is the same. Not every life path 1 is the same. They have very different properties to them. So that's why I prefer Chaldean, as it's the original. And they actually go over numbers from 0 to 108. Because 108 is the final number. So going over this, understand one thing, guys. Your life path number dictates what exactly you're going to be good at in life when you actually know the compound of your life path number. Meaning if you're like an 11 per se, right? You're a regular 11, your full birthday adds to 11. You are going to be a very self-sufficient person who can actually develop a lot once you learn to control your emotions. And you learn to not let other people emotionally manipulate you. So you have to lose some sense of empathy that you naturally have. It's easier for a 29 over 11 to do that in comparison to a regular 11. It's easier for a 38 over 11 to get rich in comparison to a 29 over 11. So all of these things matter a lot, guys. All of these things matter a whole lot. And when we start looking at it from a different perspective, we then start seeing, okay, so my life path number compound matters a whole lot. Your birth number matters a lot. And in Chaldean, each number 1 through 31 has a very distinct symbolism to it, a picture, an image. And then it also talks about your mentality, why they say it's the psychic number. This is going somewhere. It's all going towards money, guys. Trust me. So it's about your psychic number, your psyche, your mindset, how you think. I describe it like that as is, but I'm using Chaldean when I say these things. In Western, they're just saying, oh, your birth number is a distinct trait that you're going to have. In Eastern, they're like, no, this is the vibration of your mind. This is how you actually think. The last one is the name number that they care about. It's like a triangle that these guys deal with there, right? So then the last point, your name number, which I would describe as the big three, I'm getting this from Chaldean, is they care about your name that you go by the most. So even though my name is like Shemroy Campbell, that would add technically to like a 56 over 11 in Chaldean, right? Cool. So am I name number 11? Nah. What it really is, though, is like from when I was born, everybody called me Shem. So then my parents said Shemroy, even they call me Shem. If they say Shemroy, like I must have did something bad, right? Like that's crazy to me. If somebody calls me Shemroy, I'm like, what the heck? It's weird. So when I see Shem as a vibration, what does that add to? 17 over 8, the same as my life path, 17 over 8. So it's funny how that works. The name that I naturally resonate with from my heart is what matches with my life path. And you guys will find the same. The name that you naturally resonate with is the real secret glitch to you getting rich. I didn't mean to rhyme. So the thing is that all of us have like distinct names. Like if you're a Robert, some guys go by Rob or Robbie or Bob or Dick or whatever. You have a Richard that goes by Dick, whatever it is. So you have to start realizing you have a name that you love. That name that you actually love, because what you guys will do is you guys will know the knowledge I'm saying and try to calcify things and start saying, oh, well, if this name adds to 8, then it's going to work better for money, right, Shem? No. The name that you have a natural resonance with, that you like when people call you it, you like being called it, you like calling yourself it, when you're thinking in your head, you're saying that name to yourself, that's the only name that actually effing matters. Nothing else matters. Your whole name at birth, name on the birth certificate, that's what I'd call a life theme, which is your expression number. It's your past life's reincarnation. That's astronumerics anyways, right? But when we look at Chaldean numerology, they care only specifically about the name that you go by the most, because the name that you go by the most has a special resonance with your heart and your throat chakra. So those chakras then enhance and will go up to the pineal gland, the 6th chakra, and allow you to manifest using that energy. right? So this is actually helping you unlock your Kundalini by understanding that the name that you have a resonance with unlocks love, which in turn unlocks your actual universal energy, right? So you can't manipulate this. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to use this name because I went on Google and I calculated, or ChatGPT told me that in Chaldean it adds to this. That's not going to work. If you change your name and people call you a distinctive name, it's not going to work. A lot of these elite level people will do it, like the Tom Cruises, the Brad Pitts. Like, they'll change their name and abbreviate it or shorten it or do what they need to do to it in order to attract more financial abundance to themselves. They do it, but they know what they're doing and they actually still will like it. If they don't like it, that name still won't even work. Right? So that's the whole thing, guys. You have to find a name that actually is going to work. Drink break. So that's the thing. Find a name that's going to work for you, meaning you already know what it is. There's nothing you have to ask me. This video, you don't need to ask me anything. The only thing you have to ask me is what that name vibration might be. I'll answer that for free. Don't worry, guys. I got you. But you can also Google it. Just Chaldean name calculator online, and you can get the whole thing yourself. You don't need me at all. But I'll do it for the guys who don't know how to use Google. But going back to the main subject of this, how to use Chaldean numerology to get rich. I explained this for a very specific reason. My introduction was like 6 minutes. The name number is going to tell you very specifically how to get rich. Meaning, as a 17/8, I can only use myself as an example for this. When I was studying numerology at first, I saw that like I had an expression number 14/5, which meant I'm good with like fact-based communication. And it also means that I'm good with like speculative marketing, so like stocks, crypto, stuff like that. Even when it comes to like just speculation for like sport betting, naturally good at that. I'm sick at it. I do very well. But what it really means, even the name number 14, when I looked at my expression number 14 from Pythagorean, I still looked at the definition of the 14 in Chaldean to understand how to utilize that. So that's the scary part. The more intense part for me was when I was like, wait, what's the vibration of Shem now in Chaldean? 17/8. What does that mean? It means that if you remain humble, you'll see fame. It means that you can be an independent business owner when you have 17/8 as your name number. So for me, that equated to, okay, well, before like about 2020, I was always trying to do business with like other people, like my ex-girlfriend, people and just in general with other endeavors, and it never seemed to work for me. Like, it would never work. It was always like I was just pushing too much. I was too money obsessed. Like, my frequency just wouldn't mesh with the people I'm trying to work with. But as soon as I said any business I do, I'm just doing it strictly by myself, it works perfectly. Anything I do by myself, and I don't mean to make this sound arrogant, but it just works so smoothly for me. Like, it's unbelievable how easy it is. And the only reason I came to that conclusion is via Chaldean numerology. Because if I didn't know that, I'd think, oh, if I'm a 5, I should be able to network. I should be able to do this and that. Like, nah, not quite. The 17/8 showed me that if I remain humble, which I try to do the best of, and if I actually just work by myself, I use the leadership ability of the 1, the mental acumen of the 7, I can equate some riches of the 8. It's as simple as that. The Chaldeans left tablets for each number 1 to 108. And it gives you a definition of what you're naturally going to be good at. I can give you guys this as like if you guys need a definition of the name number Chaldean wise, I'll do it for $17, meaning I'll just treat it like a general question and send you a few paragraphs via either if you DM me on Instagram, I'll send it to you there. I'll email it to you, what have you. If you want voice notes, I can do that too. But it's really going to teach you what you have to do to get rich, because these Chaldean tablets are so important, and they show you, okay, if you're 68/5, meaning 68 adds to 14, then it's going to add to 5. That means maybe you're going to be able to be more creative because of the 6, a business person, so you can open possibly like a dance school, things like that. That's very different in comparison to like a 23 or 32/5. So all of these things matter so much, guys, and the compound numbers aren't taken into, in my opinion, as of much importance in Pythagorean, which leaves us with very limited information, and it leads you to just generalizing each number, like especially numbers 1 through 9. All they care about in Pythagorean is the numbers 1 through 9, the karmic debt numbers, the 13, 14, 16, and 19, and then the master numbers 11, 22, and 33. In Chaldean, they still acknowledge the karmic debt master numbers. They don't label them that, but they describe them in a very similar way anyways, but they also give you the solutions to their problems. On top of that, because we're in the 3rd dimension, we only care about master number up to 33, when real master numbers go up to 99, the 9th dimension, which is heaven. That's why it ends at 108, which is God's number anyway. 0 is really God's number, but 108, whole other topic. I'll get into that later. So understanding this, guys, is if you know the name, which every single one of you does watch, there's no question, the name you love the most, the name, your nickname, your real name, whatever people call you the most, whatever you like to call yourself the most, whatever you go by the most, is a distinctive numeric code for you to get rich. If you guys want more information on that, like I said, just DM me, email me. If you have my number, some of you guys do, you guys know you're my friends already, just text me, I got you, and we'll get this all sorted out for you. But I'm telling you, the Chaldean name that you have is the key to how to get rich. It's going to give you a very distinct instructions, what exact sectors of business to get into, for lack of better words. So what exact occupation you should be doing, or the nature of your occupation. It's going to show you what exactly you need to do in order to get rich. The next way Chaldeans help you actually get rich, if you want a whole Chaldean read, you can hit me up for that as well. It's like $62. But the next way is that they take different things into correlation. So like, you see how in Pythagorean will be like, oh, you're a birth number 7, you're a life path 8, you're expression number 14, soul number 1, personality number 22. Just give you guys my whole chart. In Chaldean, excuse me, they'll literally say, you know what? How does your birth number correlate with your life path? So somebody who's like a birth number 1 and 8 will be more aggressive and more attuned with business and maybe politics, in comparison to somebody who's like me, a birth number 7 and 8. Maybe I'll be more on the mental side of things, theory, right? I can get more into marketing depending on my name number. So it all will differentiate with Chaldean in comparison to Pythagorean, where it seems like they don't care much about that stuff at all. We care about that a lot in Chaldean, and there's descriptions for each number and how they correlate with your life path. Numbers 1 through 9, all the way across, we have descriptions for all of that as well. Using those descriptions of your correlation between your birth and your life path number, you're then able to actually figure out what subtextures you're going to be good in, your good luck colors, good luck days, best months, best years. All of those things are in the information within a Chaldean report, and it shows you actually how to get money, when to get money, and not even necessarily a step-by-step guide to get money, but it's going to tell you about where you're going to have the most natural advantages in an energetic sort of way when it comes to algorithm, where you just sort of dominate over other people without quite trying. All right, so that does conclude my video for today, guys. If you have any questions for me whatsoever, leave in the comment section, DM me, text me, whatever. Aside from that, like, subscribe, holla at me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.